This morning on the news show, Eric Ten Hag's future looks more and more in doubt as other managers declare their interest in the Manchester United job. So we'll speak about that. Are United set to appoint a technical director under Dan Ashworth? We've got some information on that as well. And Manchester United are being linked with one of Europe's top strikers for the summer. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with Eric Ten Hag, and as of course, after a couple of defeats with Manchester United, the merry-go-round and the circus continues to roll on. Reports are coming out from Rob Dawson in ESPN that Manchester United have been approached by representatives of several managers believing that Eric Ten Hag could be removed by Manchester United in the summer, or even before that as well. The report does also go on to say that Eric Ten Hag has not been given a formal guarantee that he will be in charge of Manchester United next season by Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. That has prompted approaches from out-of-work managers. Some of the managers that are being reported, Roberto De Zerbi is one of the main ones, and Zinedine Zidane. Now, look, we're hearing conflicting reports about Zinedine Zidane. I don't know if that would work. I don't know if I rate him as a manager outside of Real Madrid. He done absolutely fantastic work at Real Madrid, but does he do that at any other club? I think the connections there make a huge difference for him. De Zerbi, has been lauded on the back of a really good season last year, but is, hit and miss this season. The one thing I hope is that Eric Ten Hag is given a chance under this, new structure and under the Ineos platform. I think it would be very harsh if he was to lose his job, given the fact that, he's been basically back to the wall all season. We've got underperforming players, we've got players that are not good enough to be in the squad, and we've got mass amounts of injuries. It's really, really telling on Eric Ten Hag, and I just worry that he's not going to last. I really don't. I think he should, and hearing it online during the week, and I think it was a very good point. I'm not sure who made it. If we were going for a new manager now, let's say Eric Ten Hag wasn't the manager and all of this was occurring under a different manager, we would be going for someone like Eric Ten Hag. So I think he does deserve time to turn things around at Manchester United. I hope he's given time. I don't see the point in going out and getting a De Zerbi, or a Graham Potter, or a manager like this that, is basically unproven in Europe, has basically won nothing. Eric Ten Hag has got trophies in his bag, albeit the Eredivisie. Took over a very damaged Ajax team at the time and brought him straight back to the top. Was, 30 seconds away from a Champions League final as well. He promotes youth. He's everything a Manchester United manager should be. And I think he should be given another 12 months. I really do. Maybe not even 12 months. I would say if this time next season, Eric Ten Hag is continuing to, we're continuing to see bad performances. When he's got a summer transfer window under his belt with Ineos, with Dan Ashworth, with Omar Barada, whoever else is in under that structure, then we can start talking about maybe looking at new managers. I think he deserves time. I hope to God he gets it, because I do think there is a good manager in there. His standards, he doesn't deal with, bullshit, big egos. He doesn't have any of it. You're part of a team. He's moved on. Massive names, the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho, all these kinds of players. I hope he's given time. I really do. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think he should stay, or do you think United should replace him? Now, next up, the revamp of Manchester United behind the scenes continues to roll on as Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos look to put in place top people in top roles, and that's what we've been asking for a long time as Manchester United fans. And reports coming out in the past maybe 24 hours or so, James Ducker in the Telegraph has been writing that Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to appoint a technical and performance director at Manchester United. Jason Wilcox is a leading contender for one of the roles. Now we know Jason Wilcox is the football director for Southampton at the moment, and he's been involved under the Manchester City group as well, a number of different roles. Radcliffe and his Ineos team are looking to bring in a technical director who would report into Dan Ashworth in a four-pronged approach to revamping the senior football setup at Old Trafford. I love hearing all of this kind of stuff. I really, really do. Jim Ratcliffe is not a footballing expert, but he knows how to put people in place who are. And that's what Manchester United have been crying out for so long. This structure and the web that it looks to be taking up is starting to really, really impress me, I have to say. There's layers to it. If we're talking about Dan Ashworth coming in as a football director, he's not the one that's making every single decision. He's got people working under him who are reporting directly to him. He's got Omar Barada above him who directs, who reports maybe directly to Dave Brailsford, who we know is a, very particular man when it comes to, gaining 1% advantages and so on and so forth. It's looking good. All of these things are all positives for Manchester United, and we've said it before that getting in a new striker or a new central midfielder or a new left back or a new goalkeeper, whatever it may be, are not going to fix the problems with Manchester United long term. And Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos are going the right way about it. They're cleaning house from the top down. And I think it's only a matter of time before the playing squad follows suit, it has to be said. We're seeing a new CEO in, best in class. Dan Ashworth, by the looks of things, is getting closer to being maybe confirmed, best in class. We're talking about James Wilcox, all of these other people. We're talking about Dougie Freedman as well, who United have been linked with in the past few days as well. Bit of contrasting reports suggesting maybe it might not be the case. But all of these guys are very good at their job. And Jim Ratcliffe is going out and he's pinpointing these guys and he's going to try and take them, and rightly so. There's no law to say Manchester United can't go out and try and find the best people and pay compensation to the clubs that these, employees are coming from. And I'm all for it. To hell with everybody else. Go out and get the best people for the best roles in Manchester United, regardless of who they're with at the moment. Pay the compensation fee, get them into Manchester United, and let's get the ball rolling. So it's all looking good. Let's see what happens. The sooner the better, because we've got a big summer transfer window coming up. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now, let's talk a little bit of transfer news. Manchester United are being linked with one of the top strikers in Europe again. Victor Osimhen has been linked with Manchester United. This is coming out from the Independent, and supposedly Manchester United are plotting a move for Napoli sensation Osimhen, who has a release clause of £92 million. Now, £92 million for someone like Victor Osimhen doesn't seem like an awful lot. It seems like money well spent, you would say. Look, he's got 72 goals in 123 appearances in the Serie A. And look, Victor Osimhen is going to be hot property in the summer. He really, really is. Manchester United are looking for a striker. I mean, the dynamics of getting someone like Victor Osimhen when we've already got someone like Rasmus Højlund is it's a strange one to kind of comprehend. Would it stunt Rasmus Højlund's growth? Because, Victor Osimhen is basically going to want to play every single game for Manchester United. Now, that's never going to be the case. And, we know Rasmus Højlund is a young player learning the game. Would it be beneficial to him to maybe not have to play every single game and maybe play 20 to 25 games a season, some as substitutes? That remains to be seen. The other issue here is the actual price tag. £94 million is an awful lot of money, depending on how much you've actually got to spend in the summer transfer window. FFP is a massive thing now for Manchester United. Obviously, we are looking at a fire sale in the summer. There's talks of Casemiro, Varane, Maguire, McTominay, Sancho. Who else have we got? Mason Greenwood, Aaron Wan-Bissaka even. And then you go down to the likes of Donny van de Beek, these types of players, who Manchester United are going to try and get rid of in the summer. It all depends on how many of them we can actually get out the door before we can determine how much we've actually got to spend. Now, if we've got 150 million to spend net in the summer, 92 million going on Victor Osimhen, you're putting an awful lot of your eggs into one basket, and that's a big concern for me. Again, we go back to what we've said an awful lot, that United need to get the balance between quality and quantity in the summer. If you spend too much of your money on one player, the quality of that player is up here, but the quantity is down here then of the amount of players you can sign after him. It's going to be a massive summer transfer window. Would I like to see Victor Osimhen playing at Manchester United? Absolutely, I would. There is a concern in my head that Serie A strikers never work in the Premier League, or very rarely work in the Premier League. That's one concern I would have. Could Victor Osimhen fall into that category? Absolutely, he could. Would he? I think the chances are slim because he's a fantastic footballer. But it's going to be a massive summer transfer window. Let me know what you think. Would you go all in and go out for Victor Osimhen and spend 92 million on him if Manchester United were interested? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of all the other comments as well, guys. Please smash a like on the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll be back at 8 o'clock tonight. Until then, have a good day.